we know he'll be a Cowboy, and then this year, and if he ends up playing out this year under the tag, then we'll go right back to work again next year.
Go back to work again on it next year. Well, that's exactly what Dez Bryant wants to avoid. That was Cowboys Vice President Stephen Jones last month issuing a vague threat that didn't seem like a big deal back then. But now, just 2 days away from the deadline, with Dez not backing down, things are getting serious. Now, no deal means an unhappy Dez. So now Bryant is trying to teach the Cowboys a lesson. That lesson? Actions speak louder than words. All the words have led us to believe the Cowboys want Dez back and they want him satisfied. But what would make him happy is a long-term contract. The Cowboys and Dez Bryant have until Wednesday to reach an agreement. If they don't have a deal by then, Bryant must play this next season under the NFL's franchise tag, or of course he could hold out. But no matter what, after Wednesday, he can't longer get a long-term deal until after the season. And holding out could actually hurt Dez's wallet. For every game he misses, he would be forfeiting about $750,000. That's money that he can't ever get back. Still, Bryant is doing what he can to get a deal, and that includes threatening a holdout. Today, Bryant tweeted, quote, "As much as I love football on my beautiful babies, I apologize, Cowboys Nation, but I will not be there if no deal." This is my favorite part. He finished that tweet with a hashtag fact. Now, does that mean training camp? Does that mean regular season games? I guess you and I will just have to wait to see. Now to the Spurs, who are on an absolute roll. They landed big-time free agents, held on to all their key players, and now they might have found a diamond in the rough. This is Jonathan Simmons. Over the weekend, the Spurs gave him a guaranteed contract, and he went out and showed us why. It's because he can leap out of the gym. He played his college ball at the University of Houston, and as you can see, he can flat out go. Simmons is 25 years old and has spent some time in the D-League, but he's looked great so far, and he could very well make the roster and actually get some playing time. Now, if Simmons does get some playing time this season, he could find himself lining up right next to LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge was obviously the biggest pickup of the offseason and recently sat down with us to let us know a little more about him both on and off the court. Now, one of the most surprising admissions in the interview was the fact that signing with the Spurs wasn't a sure thing, not until the very last meeting.
I feel like we had time to just vibe and just talk about basketball. I felt like the things that they told me that they do here, that's what I wanted to be involved in, family type atmosphere, having team dinners, always being together and having that camaraderie. I thought that was important to me.
Now, golf fan or not, if you haven't seen what this guy, Jordan Spieth, has been doing on courses lately, well, you've been missing out. The 21-year-old former Longhorn has been on an absolute tear of late, winning the Masters, the U.S. Open, and taking home first place in the John Deere Classic. Spieth entered the final day in the top spot, and he actually struggled through the first 12 holes. You see this one missed to the left. That one hurt, but in crunch time, the kid showed up big, knocking down amazing birdies like this one on 16, and eventually forcing a playoff with Tom Gillis. Now, Gillis ran into some bad luck here on the second playoff hole. That shot finds the water, so all Spieth needed after that was a tap in from par, and the young buck just doesn't miss from there. No question about it, Jordan Spieth is on a hot streak that few have ever seen.
It's really cool. What an incredible week. Started off so slow, and to be able to shoot 20 under in 3 rounds is obviously nice momentum. So, to be 4 back with 6 to go, all we were saying was we birdied 5 out of the last 6 2 years ago in order to get into a playoff, so why can't we do it again?
Well, Jordan, you did do it again, and we all loved watching it. Congrats again to Spieth on winning this year's John Deere Classic. And hey guys, the San Antonio Missions were in action today. We have 4 highlights from the game, including the homer that all baseball fans will be talking about for days. Coming up next. Guys, isn't this why we watch baseball? For the homers! Prince Fielder was the only Texas player represented in today's home run derby, and boy did he do the Lone Star State proud. Fielder sent each of his first 2 pitches into the stands, including this 474-foot bomb. Now, Fielder didn't make it out of the first round, but you're about to see the guy who did. That's Todd Frazier, the guy who actually eliminated Fielder in the first round, and this was the homer that won the derby for him, and he did it all in front of his home crowd. Very nice. The Mission's in action today, taking on Tulsa over at Wolf Stadium. Early on, James Needy on the mound, and the defense behind him comes up big. Watch this nice double play to get Lars Anderson out at first, And then you're going to see the play of the game, heck, maybe the play of the season for the Missions. First inning, bases loaded, and Jason Asensio just crushes the ball. That's a grand slam. The Missions were up 3 then. Tulsa fought back, but San Antonio still won 6-5. And we had a huge announcement over the TPC San Antonio today. Valero Texas Open officials unveiling plans for the Valero Junior Texas Open, set to come to town next April. Texas Open champ Jimmy Walker was once the Junior Open champ back in '96, so it can be a launching pad for junior golfers from all over. And San Antonio is a hotbed for junior golf, and the top kids in town are excited to play where the pros have played.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited because I come out here every year and watch the pros play, so it's really cool to be able to play the same course they do. So I'm really excited. The course is in really good shape. The greens are really fast, but I'm excited. It'll be a good test.
It'll be a great test for all those kids. That's all the time we have for Max Sports tonight. For all the guys working hard to put this on, I'm Jeff Jones, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow night.